Hello everyone, today let us learn how to create a data model for an app in Devum. For the purpose of this video, we have already created 4 entity schema like department, designation, leave type, and status. In this video, we will learn how to create a master data entity schema, adding a transactional data entity schema, adding text fields to an entity schema, adding an image field to an entity schema, basic field configurations, configuring field control types, adding a foreign key field and mapping it to an entity schema, and adding a date field to an entity schema. In Devum, the process of creating an entity schema begins by navigating to the Data Modeler section from the landing page. From there, we click on Add New to initiate the creation of a new table. Here we are creating employee schema, with schema type being master. Adding description is optional, and finally save it. This step-by-step approach allows users to efficiently define and configure entity schemas within Devum, streamlining the development process. After schema creation, we start creating the fields for it. We select the data type for the fields, and from the edit icon, we navigate to field configuration to enable the primary key by ticking the unique field validation and finally save it. For image data type, we select string as data type and then select file upload as image from field configuration. In this way, we create all the required fields and configure the field configurations. Additionally, within the schema creation process, it is also possible to define fields that establish foreign key relationships with other tables. For instance, when creating a designation field, we access the field configuration and select the control type as foreign key and the subcontrol type as drop list. We set the field type as string and specify the designated entity as designation, with the entity field defined as name, before ultimately saving the configuration. This procedure is repeated for each foreign key relation like department and reporting to that needs to be established, ensuring a comprehensive and interconnected data model within Devum. As a result, we define fields such as department and reporting to, which establish foreign key relationships. Additionally, we add a field named date of joining for the employees. Next, we proceed to create a new entity called Leave Application, with its schema type defined as Transaction. We enter the schema name and description, and then save it. The initial field to be created is Employee ID, which serves as a foreign key referencing the employee table. To establish this relationship, we access the field configuration and designate the control type as foreign key, the subcontrol type as drop list, and the field type as string. Subsequently, we specify the entity as employee and select the emp ID field as the reference within the entity field configuration. This process ensures the establishment of a seamless foreign key relation between the leave application entity and the employee table, contributing to a well-defined and interconnected data model within our low-code platform Devum. Following the initial setup, we proceed to incorporate additional attributes into the leave application schema, such as the leave type field, which establishes a foreign key relation with the leave type schema. Furthermore, we introduce fields for from date, to date, comments, and status within the schema. Specifically, the data types for the from date and to date fields are configured as date time, and the data types for comments and status are configured as string. To gain a better understanding of this process, we encourage you to follow this video hands-on for a comprehensive visual demonstration. As observed, the status field also creates a foreign key relationship with the leave status schema, configured in a similar manner to other foreign key fields through the field configuration process, with the subcontrol type as drop list, field type as string, entity as leave status, and entity name as leave status name, and finally saving the changes. After creating all the field, we should publish our changes. Thus, we have successfully created employee and leave application data tables and established foreign key relationship. Thank you.